Tonight, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington. At the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Dallas Cowboys. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully brings a receiver or two free.
First down, Prescott. And his first pass is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Brings up third down and 10.
On third down, it's Prescott. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. On now to kick it away is the punter, Matt Wild. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Thomas. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by a guy who's moved around a bit in his career already. Out of the University of Texas, it's Colt McCoy.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it first and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with, but it's second down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
That's taken in by Callaway. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 yards, a first down.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Here's McCoy. This one brought in by Jefferson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Now McCoy. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. The numbers a week ago for Cook. 11 carries, 60 yards.
He's the number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a goal to watch in their future if he becomes a leading rusher.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Cook, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The score, Vikings 3, Cowboys nothing.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating 1st downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. 2nd drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that 1st round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. McCoy. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Tajay Sharp, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. McCoy. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back. Off play action. McCoy. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And got his man complete. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Tajay Sharp, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 3rd down, McCoy. He'll rifle this one deep right. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Back to the ground, Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. And it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this one caught by Max Williams. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
He was covered by Stephon Gilmore.
Prescott yet again. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Anthony Barr in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Vikings to take over. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. Throwing on 1st down, McCoy. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete. Throwing again, McCoy.
And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd down, Cook. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
This defense is really flew around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Running for it. Here's Cook. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down, Minnesota.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Tajay Sharp, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now here come the Cowboys. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
That catch good for only a couple. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And this is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Prescott from the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far. Offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
So a change of possession here on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And his top speed, as computed by next-gen stats, not bad. He was pushing 20 miles an hour. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, McCoy. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th. Marquise Blair, 2nd-round pick from Utah, there to bat it away.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. On 1st and 10, Prescott throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. On the counter, Elliott. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Returnable for Thomas. The 41-yard punt, 9 on the return.
Their own 40-yard.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. They've been able to move the ball well in the air, and certainly a big reason why those receiving corps have been excellent.
There's no doubt about it, partner. And let's face it, when they get away from defenders, those guys are quick. And when they go over the top of people and use their bodies, they're just thick. But let's face it, what we're seeing right now are catches that are simply sick.
Well, you brought your A game. You're fired up over those catches, aren't you?
Can't help it. Even as a former defensive back, I've got to tip my cap to these guys.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, McCoy. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they're going to measure revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back. But that's one step in the proper direction.
Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Get a nice lead, you should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Not only did they drop it, looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
And his kick is good. And that will up the score now. It's 23-zip. 23. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
Do what you do. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line. Pick it up.
So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This kick to shatter the NFL record, a 69-yard attempt.
Makes the score Vikings 26, Cowboys nothing.
And that one will go down in the books as just a 1-play drive and then 3 points tacked on to the end of it. And this stadium is abuzz after that one, understandably so. I cannot believe he hit that thing.
And you can't help but think back to Tom Dempsey. And his record stood for, what, 43 years until Matt Prater broke it? And now here's a new record. And I'm with you. I cannot believe that ball went through the posts.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's...
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch. I mean, it's an absolute joy to see, but let's face it, we got to give a little bit of credit where it's deserved, right?
Well, the protection's been great, if that's where you're going.
Yeah, protection's been phenomenal, but how about how it's been spotlighted, right? Our producer, Christian McLeod, our director, Kyle Burt, the rest of the crew, what they've put together with these images and pictures, if you're an offensive lineman, that's what you're taking with you to contract time.
They're going to have a lot to take to contract time if this continues. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
On second down, it's Cook. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Boy, Dalvin Cook just so explosive in the open field. He's not a small guy either, but once he gets those legs churning, look out.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 25 yards the pick up there, and also a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
On the carry, it's Cook. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 11 more on that one, and another first down. A lot to praise on this drive. I know you're saying what I'm saying. Those guys up front, they're getting it.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson.
And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Don't do us like that.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Cook following the penalty. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Vikings offense continues to pour it on. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Extra point attempt to come here. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
To throw is Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
37 yards on the punt with no return.
Take over first and 10.
Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession.
And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally.
Touchdown, Vikings! Dalvin Cook, 67 yards. And this Viking offense is running away with this one.
Boy, the word with Dalvin Cook is explosiveness. I'm not sure there's anybody in the league that has the acceleration that he does, and he put it to good effect there.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Von Miller leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Here's Prescott. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Danielle Hunter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. You start prorating these rushing numbers and looking ahead, he could be on pace for a 2,000-yard season. I don't want to jinx him, but what a year to this point.
But you just did.
Sorry.
That's okay. No, he can overcome that.
I'm not
right?
apologizing to you.
No.
Okay.
I like your attitude. But you're right. What's got to happen for it to actually occur? offensive line has continued blocking the way they've been blocking. He has to stay healthy. But also, it's not just the idea that he's going to run the football, but you got to run it against numbers that dictate you throwing the football. Sometimes when you have 6 to block and you only have 5 guys, you got to block them anyway, and he has to make someone miss as well the rest of the year.
To throw again, McCoy. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Arlington, and this is a blowout. So far as we get set for the 4th quarter, a very one-sided affair.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to pour it on. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That time a 6-play drive, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Prescott on first down. Man open left side. It's Williams. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Von Miller, his 2nd sack of the night.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beat.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Returnable for Thomas.
Illegal block in the ball. Return team.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now Thomas. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A gain of
the last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. Thomas. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Thomas. And of turning the corner, he can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
A gain of 14. 1st down, Minnesota.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On the ground, it's Thomas. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Let's get off the field.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big...
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And trouble there on the kickoff as that goes out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. One last shot now for Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense through the shutout, Adam. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Vikings, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.